Another question. Stamkos and his contract. Stamkos is a free agent next summer, and according to him, he is disappointed that the Lightning have not really engaged in extension talks. Man, that was a run-on sentence. Is there a chance they both move on next summer? That comes to us from Kurt. It's pretty interesting that Stamkos willingly went out, told reporters that he was straight up disappointed in the Lightning for not engaging in extension talks, not trade talks, extension talks thus far between the two parties. But I kind of see where the Lightning are coming from. As much as Stamkos is given to that franchise and is a legend forever and going to have his number retired at the Amalie Arena in Tampa Bay, one of the most underrated arenas in the entire NHL, in my opinion. When I went for the Islanders game, obviously they lost. Side note, but great arena. But Stamkos wasn't the same player as he was last year. He put up, 2 seasons ago, he put up 106 points. It was absolutely insane. Looked like prime Stamkos again. But the most recent year, he only had 84, and it wasn't just puck luck. His advanced numbers kind of dipped, especially his finishing. This is a guy that has been in the top 5%, top 3% of finishing for basically his entire career. Even his finishing numbers dipped for like the first time in his career, which is not encouraging for a guy that turns 34 this year. So I can't really blame the Lightning for saying, yeah, you just dipped by like 20 points and it wasn't a fluke. So we're going to wait and see how you do this season before we potentially commit to you for another 2 to 3 years. Because if the regression continues and they give him this contract this summer that doesn't kick in for another year, if they gave him like 2 years, $8 million, and let's say he regresses again and is only like 70 to 75 points, not saying that he will, but if it happens, then when that contract kicks in, it's immediately an overpayment, and he's only getting older, and there's 2 years left on that deal. So I don't blame the Lightning for saying, let's see how you look at the start of the season this year. If you're still a point per game, above a point per game, scoring at like a 35, 40 goal pace, yeah, we'll give you your 3-year deal. We want you to be here forever. But if you slow down again, it's going to be $7 million. It's going to be 6.5. We can't. We're still trying to win. This isn't like Kobe Bryant at the end with the Los Angeles Lakers when he was like, we're rebuilding, but you got to pay me $30 million a year because of all I did in the past. Tampa Bay's still trying to win. As much as it would stink to, I don't think that they're actually going to like move on. But in terms of negotiating, they can't just be writing blank checks. They have so many guys making so much money between Hedman's actually on a pretty decent deal. Hedman's not making that much, but Sergachev's making 8.5, Kucherov 9.5, 9.5. Vasilevsky, I think, is 9 point. Like they're all like making like 9.5 million. Now Hagel's also making 6.25. They can't just be writing blank checks, even though Stamkos is such a legendary player and legendary in the hockey community in Tampa. I think they will get something done, but the risk for them is there because when you look at a similar situation, the Kings extended Anze Kopitar on a contract, 2 years, $7 million, which, if he doesn't fall off a cliff, is going to be good value when he kicks in the following season, but he's making 10.5 this year. If he takes another step back, because he's like his 74 point, he's not really Selke level anymore. He's still good defensively, but if this year he's 67 points and in the above average defensively, and then he's 37 or 38 when that 2-year extension kicks in, for a team like LA, that contract's not going to be looking that good. So LA just decided to pay Kopitar, but there's a massive risk involved with that when you look at him because they're still trying to win now. If Kopitar, when his contract kicks in, and especially the last year of his contract, is a net negative, I don't think they're going to like trade him, but that's a big risk that they're taking. So I can understand why the Tampa Bay Lightning are saying, yeah, let's just play it out. We can't, you're getting up there in age. If Stamkos was 29, they would have got an extension done because he wouldn't fall off randomly at 29. But the fact that he's going to be 34 this season, you can't bank on him continuing to put up 90, 95 points. That's just not the case anymore. So that auto extension doesn't really go into place. Like the Toronto Maple Leafs, Matthews is 25 years old. They know that he's going to be in his prime on that extension. Blank check, write it, signed, sealed, delivered. Steven Stamkos, you kind of wait and see. And obviously, he doesn't want to leave Tampa. They don't want him to leave Tampa. They're going to get something done. It's definitely disappointing, but I can see where Tampa's coming from.